If you had to name one thing that season 3 cracked open in you, what would it be? Not what you learned, not what you achieved, but what cracked open. Because that's what this season has been about. Not the polished version of growth, the real version, the nitty-gritty, the one that's uncomfortable, the one that changes how you show up in the world, even when every part of you wishes you could go back to who you used to be. Hi, I'm Dr. Asha Prasad, and this is Season 3 finale of Real Talk. Let's get into it. So welcome back to Real Talk. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you found your way to this episode. If you've been writing this season out with me from the very beginning, thank you, genuinely. I don't take it lightly that you spend your time here with me. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. No guest, no topic breakdown, just me and you, an honest look back at what this season has been, and a look forward to what's coming next. And I have to say, I wasn't sure how to record this episode because season finales for me can feel like a performance in a way. Like you have to tie a bow on everything and make it feel complete. But that's not Real Talk. So instead, I just wanted to be honest with you. It's about really looking through this past season. And if I had to name one thread that ran through every single episode this season, it would be the cost of becoming more yourself. We talked about what happens when you stop trying to prove your worth to people who were never going to give you what you needed in the first place. We talked about the moment you realize you can't go back, not to old relationships, old versions of yourself, old ways of pretending. We talked about ego and how ego can dress itself up as confidence so convincingly that you don't even notice that you've been running on defense this whole time. And about how spirit, the quiet, steady, inner knowing that we all have within us, often gets drowned out by all the noise. Also touched on grief that comes with growth, the loneliness of outgrowing dynamics that used to feel like home, the discomfort of sitting in the in-between moments, not really quite who you were and not yet fully who you're becoming. And here's what I want to share with you that I didn't expect to learn while recording these episodes, because that's the fun part about sharing things and sharing experiences and reflections is that I get to learn along the way. So I came into this season thinking that I was going to be the one offering insight. And in many ways I did. I shared with you, but episode after episode, I found myself sitting with things that I myself personally had not fully processed either. Old patterns I thought I'd work through, moments where I caught myself still performing, still shrinking, still waiting for permission I never actually needed. And this is the beautiful thing, is that as we share with one another, we get to dive deeper and deeper into other levels. And I think that's the thing about doing this kind of work, that you don't get a certificate that says fully healed ever. You just get more honest with yourself, a little bit more aware, a little more willing to catch yourself in the middle of an old habit and choose something different. This season taught me that again and again in new ways. And I want to take a moment to speak directly to anyone who spent this season in the hard part, not the breakthrough part, not the clarity part, but the part where you're doing the work and it just hurts, probably on a daily level, where you've started to see yourself more honestly, and that's uncomfortable, I know, where relationships have shifted and you're not sure if you made a mistake or if you're just growing past something that no longer fits. I know how uncomfortable that can be. But can I tell you something? That discomfort is not a sign that something's wrong. It's often a sign that something's finally right, that you've stopped outsourcing your self-worth on others, that you've stopped making yourself small to keep a room comfortable, that you finally started living from the inside out instead of the outside in. That doesn't mean it's easy, but it does mean that it's real. And I want you to know, if this season cracks something open in you and you're still sitting in the middle of it, it's okay. It's going to be all right. You don't have to be further along than you are. That's really important. The work is working, even when it doesn't feel that way. I know it can be tough sometimes. Now, I want to talk about what's coming next, because season 4 of Real Talk is going to look a little different. We're going to video. Now, For those of you that have joined me on previous podcasts, my previous podcast that I had for 10 years, A Splash of Positivity, we did a lot of video on there. And I've decided to go back to that. Does not mean that I will tell you you'll be able to still listen to your podcast on Libsyn and Spotify and Apple and wherever else you listen to the audio. But I've been thinking about this for a while. And honestly, the reason is simple. These conversations, the ones that we're having about the messy, beautiful, confusing parts of being human, they deserve to be seen and not just heard. I want to be able to connect with you. And there's something that happens when you can see someone's face when they say something vulnerable. When you watch someone take a breath before they answer an honest question. When the connection isn't just through a voice, but it's through presence. And when I started Real Talk, for me, it's always been about having the conversations that most of us are afraid to have, the reflections that we have with ourselves, the conversations that we have with ourselves. And I think it's time that we do it face to face. So season 4 is going to bring you deeper conversations and some real talk energy that you know, just in a format that lets you see me, for me to be able to connect with you, probably be having more guests on here, and hopefully, you know, lets you feel a more seen in your own life too. You know, audio has always felt safe for a lot of people, but there's something about the mic that lets you be honest without feeling exposed. Video is very different. We get to get more in detail in the way that we will communicate. So I think that's exactly what we're going to be needing to do. So that is going to be coming in season 4. And so that where you can see that is on my Real Talk with Dr. Asha Prasad YouTube channel. You can see it there. You can also, if you're already subscribed to my Dr. Asha Prasad YouTube channel, you can definitely catch it there. I'm going to have it on both platforms. Come hang out with me, check it out there. That'll be a lot of fun. Be sure to subscribe so you get notified on things. Before I let you go today, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back episode after episode. Thank you for sharing the show with people in your life who needed it. And thank you for doing your own work quietly, privately, courageously, even when nobody's watching. That's what makes a difference in our world. That's the real talk. That's the thing that doesn't get celebrated enough. The growth that happens in private, the choices you make when no one's giving you a standing ovation, the moments where you choose yourself, your worth, your truth, not because it's easy, but because it's right. And that's what this community is all about. And I'm so honored to be part of your journey. Season 3 was about learning to hear yourself. Season 4 is about letting you see me. So I'll see you there. Be sure to join me. Thank you so much. This is Real Talk. Take care of yourself. Until next time.